Big tonight, a boatload of relief supplies worth more than $2 million have arrived on Grenada's Ward Island from Guyana. These supplies were mobilized by the private sector in Guyana in collaboration with the government there. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell was on hand in Carriacou when the supplies arrived Sunday.
The support from CARICOM member states has been overwhelming, has been tremendous, and we continue to benefit from this. This is probably the single largest physical donation of relief items and restoration items. It ranges from, as you can see, water tanks to dry goods, cassava, potatoes, LPG gas, building materials, lumber, zinc sheets, generators, 19-page manifests. So it's a lot of supplies, not just for immediate relief, but also to help with some of the temporary restoration work.
Komal Singh is the chairman of the Private Sector Commission in Guyana.
On this vessel have lots of roofing material to help bring back some of these families, with a shelter over their head. And we from Guyana and the government and the private sector, we are very, very encouraged seeing the amounts of effort that is being put to help return back this island to normalcy. The private sector and the government again will continue to help support.
50 additional soldiers from Guyana have also arrived in Carriacou. Prime Minister Mitchell said they will be engaged in temporary restoration work.
The intention is to tackle some of the large government buildings to try and make sure that we can at least put them in a state where they can be used, even if it's temporarily, because there are a number of things we have to factor in. Obviously, the continued sheltering of people. If we get any adverse weather or so, we need to be able to house people still. And we need to be able to house people who are coming up for relief efforts like the soldiers and so on. So the idea here would be if we can do that sort of temporary restoration of some of the large government buildings, it will help ease the pressure on some of the existing shelters because we could have more space, and then we could begin the process of trying to actually help some of the persons whose structures might be sound or who may just need a temporary roof so that people could start going back to their homes.
Major Clifton Sam of the Guyana Defense Force has been speaking about the mission.
The materials that we brought over here, are mainly lumber, PVC stuff to do plumbing, because what we observed that most of the damages here on the building at Carriacou happen to be the roofing. So we have zinc sheets, wood for roofing and ceiling materials, as well as plumbing materials. That will be the bulk of the work that would be done.
Dominica says it will donate $1 million each to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines to help with restoration following devastation of parts of both states following the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett made the announcement in Roseau Monday.
Just to say that the government of Dominica will make a contribution to the affected countries in the tune of $1 million each for the countries affected. I believe that we have a duty, an obligation, both moral and ethical, to stand in solidarity with those who were affected, as it did for us on so many countless occasions in the recent past. Thank you very much.
Scarrett will be among other leaders of the Eastern Caribbean who will visit St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Tuesday. These sub-regional leaders are expected to be taken to the battered Grenadine Islands to see firsthand the damage there. Also expected to visit St. Vincent and the Grenadines Tuesday on a trip that also includes a stopover in Grenada is the Premier of the Cayman Islands, Juliana O'Connor Connolly. We spoke to April Cummings of Radio Cayman late Monday about the visit by Premier O'Connor Connolly.
So we are still awaiting the final details on the schedule. We do know that it is going to be a day-long trip. The Premier actually hinted about this aid trip ahead of time, even before the announcement came up when we were first doing the post-Beryl debriefs and interviews. She talked about the need to help our Caribbean neighbors. She mentioned the fact that during Hurricane Paloma and during other incidents, we've had support and assistance. And she felt that it was only the right thing for us to do. The Premier announced basically a mix of both in-kind as well as financial contribution, the amount of CI, $1 million. Not clear yet exactly how that is going to be split up or precisely where it's going to go. But we do know that, of course, the areas that are high Beryl are what she's at this time. The trip, like I said, it's going to last a day. We'll have the opportunity to stop in 2 locations. I believe it sounds like Grenada in the morning, St. Vincent probably in the afternoon. The key here is that Cayman has experienced hardships of its own and wants to make sure that we assist our neighbors. It was a close call for us. We all battened down and then watched things play out for us. And so also in a spirit of gratitude, the desire is to really give something back. Premier O'Connor Conley is coming with a delegation that will include members of parliament, personnel from Hazard Management Cayman Islands, as well as other government officials. And they're going to go on the trip. I'm going to be attending with them on behalf of Radio Cayman to really see the handover. Some of the items that will be include things like tarpaulins, air mattresses, dry food, hygiene products, first aid kits, the kinds of things that we have in abundance here right now as part of our own preparation. So the goal is to hand deliver those, but also I think to give, I would call it moral support, just to say, thank you for being there for us. And in turn, here is what we have available that we can try to assist you with during your time of need.